Hi, I'm Phil Dvorak with Recovery Church Movement, and it's my honor to share just a little hope, a little encouragement today. And so today I want to talk about this concept of surrender. I hate that term. I don't know about you. I grew up in a family. I was the youngest. I had youngest of four, and I learned a lot about surrender. My brothers would love to pin me down and make me say uncle. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but yeah, the last thing I wanted to do was say uncle. It made me feel like I was a failure. It made me feel like I wasn't strong enough or good enough or powerful enough. And what's interesting is in the Christian faith and recovery, there's this paradox, this idea of that a strong surrender. And I know that might not make sense. But in the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous, it says this: some of us have tried to hold on to our old ideas, and the result was nil until we let go absolutely. Let go absolutely. A full surrender. You see, we don't surrender to die in this process. We surrender to live. We surrender to thrive. Jesus said it this way: if you try to hang on to your life, you will lose it. But if you give up your life for my sake, you will save it. And what do you benefit if you gain the whole world, but you lose your soul? Is anything worth more than your soul? So humor me for a second. Now, if you're driving in a car right now, listening to this, do not do this. But anyone else, the passenger or whoever's watching this, do this. I want you to put your hands up in the air right now. You put your hands up in the air. Your hands are up in the air, and you're at the Super Bowl, and your favorite team just scored the winning touchdown. This is the universal symbol for victory. But you do the same symbol. And you're at a war, you're on the front lines, and the enemy is there, and their gun is pulled at you, and your hands up like this. This is the same symbol. The same position of the heart is surrender. You see, we surrender to win. We surrender to live. No one surrenders, or no one should surrender just to die. But Jesus says, pick up your cross and follow me. Bill W. says deflation of ego at depth. That the core of our recovery process is this process of being willing to fully surrender, fully give up. If we still try to hold on to our old life, our old way of doing it, the results are nil. They're empty. They're meaningless. They're zero. Narcotics Anonymous and their basic text says, when we were beaten, we became willing. You see, you do not have to lose everything. You do not have to wait for this magical bottom that some people talk about in order to start this journey of recovery, in order to go to the next level. And maybe you've been sober for a while, but you're starting to take your will back. You're starting to take your pride back. You're starting to think you know what's best. It's time to lay it down. What do you need to surrender today? What do you need to lay down today to start to live this new life, this abundant life in faith? The Apostle Paul employs the principle of the paradox in 2 Corinthians 12, 7 through 10, and he's discussing his painful dilemma of his own struggle. He says, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weakness, so that Christ's power may rest on me. For when I am weak, I am strong. Surrender today. Surrender today to live. Surrender today to live an abundant, full life. Let go of whatever agenda you have, whatever pride you have, whatever you're trying to do in your own will, and say, God, have your way with me. God bless you. Stay sober, and thank you for letting me share.